up, we've got Steven Singer jumping in, getting settled in here. Steven is from FODY Food Co.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Welcome to the Livestream Lounge.
Thank you very much.
So great to see you. So I'm so interested to talk to you, and I'm so glad you're here. We see so much in the marketplace right now with diet trends. Tell us about that. Tell us how what you're doing fits into that landscape.
It's really exciting. It's an exciting time. I think, and we heard a little bit about it earlier in this morning upstairs and in some of the speakers, but digestive health is such a key word, such a buzzword in the world right now. And it's time that people start, making foods for people that are suffering out there with areas like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and Crohn's and colitis. And so there's so many people that have been living in anxiety and with fear and in pain with so many different symptoms. And thankfully, there's diets out there now that help people. And over 45 million Americans suffer from IBS. So what FODY does is we make all different foods and sauces like pasta sauce, garlic-free, onion-free. That's low FODMAP, which, if I rewind 20 years when I launched my first company, which was Glutino, a gluten-free food company, no one knew what gluten-free was at the time.
Sure.
You fast forward to today, and obviously it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And so that's really what FODY's all about, is making people kind of bring back the taste in food again, have the ability to have a teriyaki sauce or a Caesar salad dressing, a pasta sauce. And I didn't bring any products here today, but there are some images that they'll probably show you on screen so you can see some of the products that we do make. And it's just been an exciting time as America kind of figures out that if you are suffering with things like IBS, diseases like IBS or Crohn's, colitis, there are foods out there for you.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting, and it was mentioned upstairs on stage too. Again, these can be difficult issues to want to talk about. So tell us, what are some of the risks and rewards of creating brands that are so focused toward one function?
Well, I think Walter Robb said it great this morning when he mentioned having a purpose, and brands need to have a purpose. And I think what makes FODY so amazingly fun to be part of and proud to be part of is that we have a purpose to help make people feel better and eat foods and taste foods. That comes with challenges too. It comes with challenges like you mentioned. People don't want to walk around and talk about, hey, I've got IBS. What can I get for my IBS? It's usually a taboo subject. So we're trying to bridge the gap so that retailers understand that you need to carry foods that they taste great. I mean, that's really super important. But they could taste great and not have trouble ingredients in there, like garlic, like onion, like honey, or agave syrup, or inulin. We grew up thinking an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, if you have IBS, an apple a day usually ends you up at the doctor. So That's what FODY's all about.
That's really great. And so you just launched into some marinades and sauces and dressings. Tell us a bit about those.
Well, all of our marinades are made with avocado oil. Everything's certified vegan, certified gluten-free, certified non-GMO, and most of it certified tasting amazing. They taste amazing. They're low FODMAP, which is a diet that originated in Australia. And so we're now carried in Sprouts and Whole Foods and Wegmans and across the United States at some Safeways and H-E-B in Texas. So we're having a lot of fun, and the products itself are just changing the way people can kind of go about their daily life. And for every eating occasion, there's a FODY product that can make you feel better. It could be a bar. We have amazing bars that we count the number of almonds that are in the bars. We sweeten with maple syrup instead of honey to ensure that people won't have any type of digestive distress after eating. So it's fun to just get the testimonials back and hear how many people we're helping. At the same time, being entrepreneurs and building a business.
And how much of that business strategy is based on education? Because there may be some people who don't even know they have a digestive issue. Oh,
it's a great question. I mean, we spend a lot of money in resources in social media, working with dietitians. We one of our best advisors, Kate Scarlata, based in Boston, is a renowned expert in digestive health, in the microbiome, and in FODMAP diet. And so working with people like her, working with UMichigan that are doing incredible research and Monash University in Australia, these places, these organizations are spending so much time and resources in research in low FODMAP, in IBS, in the microbiome and all that area, that we need to connect the dots for people. That if you're sitting there at home right now and you're like, well, I can't go out, or I eat this and I get gas, or I eat this and I get bloated. You're not supposed to get bloated every time you eat.
Right.
And I think that's the exciting part for FODY, is that we could help people understand that if you do have some of these issues, and if you're one of those 45 million Americans, 1 in 7, 1 in 133 is what led rise to the gluten-free world. So 1 in 7, 45 million Americans suffering with digestive health and IBS. There is help on the way, and you just got to go to a grocery store now, which is super fun.
Mm-hmm. Super fascinating. So you actually started your career, though, in sales, right? In sales and home and furnishings. Tell us why you made the leap into food initially.
Yeah, I guess when I was younger, I just, you don't really know what to do and how to make a living, and you just kind of go where you can. Somebody, your dad's friend, hey, why don't you come for a job here? And next thing you know, you're working at a company, you're gaining experience. I had the entrepreneurial bug when I got involved in gluten-free, and I realized that I could, when we started building Glutino with my buddy David, we had so much fun, not just building a company, but helping people. And I think that's exactly what we're doing today. I don't think it's necessary to be in food for me. Like, I'm a sports addict, but I'm in food. But once you start realizing that you could build a business, help people, digestive health. I have my own issues as well with digestive health. So many foods bother me when I eat. So, unknowingly, I was already, taking foods out of my diet to make sure that I felt better. And so I almost feel that this moral obligation to tell people out there, if you eat watermelon and you get bloated, that's not normal, or if you're eating an apple, or if you're having more than 1/8 of an avocado, or there's just so many, it's so complicated. And so what FODY does is try to bring that, decomplicate it. We'll do the hard work for you. We'll get the products certified. We'll develop products for people. And then you could just follow along and eat your normal regimen that you're supposed to eat and get all the balanced nutrients. And as an entrepreneur, it's super rewarding to do that and not just launch a sexy brand.
Sure. Hopefully just let the consumer have fun while you do the hard work, right?
Exactly.
Story of business, huh?
Story of business.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Stephen. This has been super interesting, and I look forward to seeing you at the rest of the show.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.